If I had a lightsaber right now, I'd beat the fuck out of you.
That is so relevant.
Oh my god.
I love
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back.
Hope you had a great week. Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, we're recording this the next day after we recorded last week's episode.
That was like 3 hours
It
long.
was like 3 hours long. So, by the way, I just want to apologize to everybody on YouTube for that episode going up so late. Silva fucked up, and
There wasn't enough
Say
room
the
on the
truth.
iPad.
Say the truth.
no, it was bullshit. It was bullshit. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with your iPad.
Okay.
Whose is it?
Not mine.
Is that your iPad?
It's the government's.
Shut up.
Blame the government.
Blame the government. But
Property
pretty
of
much,
Apple.
Technical difficulties.
we had technical difficulties. The episode finished exporting, and when it was time to save the video, it didn't save it because there wasn't enough room on the iPad, enough storage. So the prompt that it gives you as soon as it finishes exporting is it usually saves it automatically, but because it didn't, there's no fucking way to save the video manually once you go and delete enough
Or create space.
Yeah, once you go create space and come back, there's no way to manually save it. You either have to upload it to Instagram or YouTube or fucking
So
Facebook
stupid.
or email it to someone. But I'm like, what? Why would I
Yeah.
fucking email it to anybody? It was a 3 hour.
And then
was
it
our longest-
definitely would not fit because there's a
No,
limit on
no.
email.
It was like 2 hours and 46 minutes or something of the podcast. Honestly, one of our longest episodes, if not our longest.
Yeah.
So, but it was a fun episode. We had a lot to talk about. There was a lot to cover. But we were able to upload the audio because, that's the easiest part. But once I was trying to save it again manually, I couldn't. And then I went to hit YouTube to just upload it directly from there. But it was taking an obscene amount of time to upload. It was going up by 0.01 percentages.
Yeah.
And it was taking like 5 minutes for it to go up 0.1%.
That's
Right?
crazy.
So I was like, fuck that. I'm going to cancel it. And then it was already drafted. So
Yeah.
I just went to
Even as you
re-export it.
speak right now, that shit's like at 98.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll get to that. So,
You'll watch live as Erica
Yeah.
freaks out as it fails to
we're gonna have
upload
an
again.
extra camera just pointing at
Yeah,
the screen.
So pretty much, I'm like, okay, it's already drafted. I'm going to re-export it because the exporting didn't take that long. It was like a couple hours. But that would have taken a hella long time, right? So I was like, no, I'm just going to, I already made space on the iPad. I'm going to re-export it and then it'll save. And then from there, upload it directly to YouTube because this feature is going to take forever. So I re-export it. It gets to like 25% while we're watching some show waiting for Mando to release at midnight. And we were watching White Lotus. It gets to 25% and then it fucking crashes.
Bruh.
It crashes. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Right? And that was like an hour of exporting.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I guess let me try it again with different settings. I do it again. Same shit again. It gets to like 25-30%, crashes again. And it just kept doing it for the rest of the night. All through the episode of Mando, all through, and I was waiting until the episode came out. And then even after, I gave it another chance, doing different settings every time. And even the same settings back to back just to see maybe, it was bad luck. Nothing. Everything I tried, it just kept crashing and crashing and crashing. And it was already like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's great. This is not going up at the usual time that the episodes go up. And so I was like, okay, whatever. So we're going to bed. I went to bed, literally dreamt about it.
No.
Wake up
Oh
at
my God.
7:30, and I'm like, well, I gotta take care of this because I want the episode to go up today. And so from when I wake up to like 9 o'clock, so pretty much I delete the draft and I go and re-edit the video. I start from scratch, re-edit it, and it didn't take me long, but you know, I had to do all that bullshit. And then I go to export it, and I watch it go past 25%, and I'm out. While I was waiting, I was designing our original trilogy collection that's coming in May.
Mm-hmm.
But so I was working on that, watching it. It goes past 25%, past 30%. I was like, okay, good, it's working now, and with like the correct settings. It finally finishes exporting, and fucking once again, it goes not enough space, can't save,
Yeah.
and I am livid. I want to literally scream,
Livid.
but it's like Bella wasn't even awake yet. I'm like, I hate myself, or I hate this right now, right? So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna use the YouTube feature, like upload direct to YouTube, and hopefully it uploads fast. I started that at 9 in the morning.
It is now.
It is now
6:30 at night.
6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, April 5th. And what, Silva, would you mind telling us what the percentage is at?
It's at 99.1.
Just to fucking shit on me. just to say, haha.
I think this was all part of Silva's plan.
It was definitely, and he's like, just this one episode. Can you like edit it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go
and
to
export
bed
it
at fucking
and
12.
and then that's it. Just this one. And I'm like, okay. And then it's the one that almost kills me. So
Let's hope it works.
yeah. Let's fucking hope.
99.2.
So anyway, yeah, it's I'm literally watching it right now.
It's
Mocking
haunting
me,
you.
haunting me. And so yeah, that is the reason it went up either later that night or the next day.
Yeah.
Mhm, whenever it goes up.
But hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
Please
because
watch it.
It was a lot of fun, and
Yeah,
if you
it's
didn't because it came out late, please go ahead and watch it. It is a little long. You can skip ahead for, you know, we talk about a lot. We talked about our trip to Chicago. We talked about WonderCon and C2E2. We talked about Bad Batch finale. Mando. Cosplaying,
Yeah.
meeting Sam Witwer. It was a really fun episode.
You lucky mother.
Yeah, and Silva almost passes out on us.
Yeah. You got to see his reaction. It's worth it.
He has a BF.
Oh no. Jealous.
Yeah.
Husband.
No, a bitch fit.
Oh, I thought you said he's his
I'm
boyfriend.
quoting white chicks, and you guys are.
Oh.
No,
Lame.
I knew you were going with chicks.
Oh,
But
yeah. Okay.
I
It's
didn't.
face because you're having a complaint, and I'm not complaining. I'm
No,
not
yeah.
fucking Sam Whitworth.
But yeah, so it was a really fun episode. But anyway, yeah. So just stay tuned. I'm sorry we're not more prepared. Today was just very fucking crazy. But we do have a drop planned for this Saturday.
I think it's the 15th.
Saturday the 15th at 12 p.m. PST. And I believe are we starting the Rogue One collection or no?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry, guys, but
We're a
new
mess.
pins.
We're a mess.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. So when we first started making pins, we would make one at a time because that was all we could handle,
Yeah.
right? Like manage or whatever. As the years went on, we would start to do like maybe 2 or 3 at a time. But then we started doing collections.
Yeah.
So we released like 5 or 6 designs at a
month,
time,
yeah.
all on one day. And it worked for a while. It was fun, but now
Well, we also did that right at the end of 2019 into 2020,
yeah.
and during the pandemic when everybody was home buying on their phones,
Yeah.
right, and on buying online, and so it worked really well during that time. But now now we want to go back to how we used to do weekly releases, because that's kind of how we need to do it to to stay consistent, to stay to keep things fresh and fun, and keep things coming out consistently, and that way we can release more often, and instead of planning one big release a month where it's like it's just too much. And then you guys are also like, oh well, I mean, I've had a lot of you message us saying, I want the entire collection, but like I can't always buy all 5 pins at once. So this way it's kind of like comic books, where it's every week, once a week there's a new comic book, and so on and so forth.
And that way also is a lot better on like the social media side, because we really can't post the pin more than once.
No, we can't.
So if we release, I mean, you spend like months working on a collection, and it takes you days to design it, and you post it all at once, and
it's kind of like
it's a way, like we should spread it out so each piece can get the attention it deserves.
Because it's my artwork. That is the medium that I work in, and for it to just kind of be over so quick, for lack of better words, it kind of sucks a little bit. And not that you guys don't care, you do, and you all make sure to show us love when we release new things, but
it can kind of get lost.
It kind of gets lost. There's a lot on the internet every day, a lot of new things on Instagram every day. Everybody follows at least like 1,000 people each, so that way you guys have more chances to see that we've released something new. And if you missed one pin one week, the next week you see that one, and if you go to the website, then you'll see, oh, they released 2-3 other ones that I didn't see. Or it just helps. It makes sense for social media purposes and stuff like that.
So we're gonna try it out.
So we're gonna try it out
starting last week, technically, once this recording goes up. The
phase 1 clones were like the
beginning.
Beginning of that. But anyway, that's big changes coming for Punch It Chewie Press and our the pin releases, and I guess we hadn't really explained that yet, so
hope that makes sense.
All right, but let's get into the episode.
Camino Torres del Paine con el mismísimo Pedro Pascal. Chiquillos, por favor, esto es increíble.
Get that camera the fuck away from me.
Ay, bye.
No way.
We're fine. We're all fine.
Where did you find this?
Oh, wait, so it wasn't? Kind of looked like him.
That looks like him. Sounds like him.
He's like, no.
That camera on my face.
Bye.
Bye.
I loved that. Didn't you?
I was not expecting
Can we watch that again?
Yeah.
Camino Torres del Paine con el mismísimo Pedro Pascal. Chiquillos, por favor, esto es increíble.
Get that camera the fuck away from me.
Ay, bye.
Where did you find this?
On TikTok.
That's so like.
I think it is him because
That
I was
looks
thinking
just
like
like him.
Spanish. He's from
Yeah.
Peru, so I think it's a skit.
Yeah, of course. He did it to be
No,
funny.
yeah,
like, it's not like
yeah.
he's an asshole. But no, I thought it was hilarious because he's He's like, oh my god,
So
it's
excited.
Pedro.
God,
Yeah, get the fuck. Oh, bye.
It's kind of like Harrison Ford energy.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
yeah.
much so.
He's like, I hate Star Wars. It's the fucking stupidest thing I've ever done.
Oh my god. But yeah, so we had a crazy night, crazy day. Silva, just likes to mess everything up, but it's okay. Don't worry, we're fine.
What happened?
I think it finished. It might be up on YouTube. Can you check the studio? YouTube studio.
Yeah.
YouTube.
But yeah, sorry. Live updates, guys. But yeah, so Mando. Let's talk about Mando.
Yes.
By the way, I was like kind of in and out of this episode. Yes, because it was weird, but also because I was doing all the podcast stuff that wouldn't work. But I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about it because first of all, I love Jack Black.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely love Jack Black.
Yeah.
I fucking Nacho Libre is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time.
Hell yeah.
Like my sister and I, when we were little, we watched it so many times in theaters. I think I watched it 12 times in theaters.
Bro.
And then we got the DVD, right? And
Yeah.
then we watched it all the fucking time. My sister and I would recite the movie to each other, and like we would play out the movie like in
Yeah.
our living room,
Yeah.
and like even do like the dive with the fart and
Oh my
into the
God.
water off of the couch,
Yeah.
like every line, every
Yeah,
moment
yeah,
in the movie, we literally memorized it, and we would like always
Yeah.
quote it and talk about it and play Nacho.
Yeah.
Not only that, I fucking love Pick of Destiny.
Oh my god, yes.
Right? Absolutely love.
The demon
Tenacious D.
prevents me.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I love Jack Black. Absolutely love him. And let me just say that the planet in this episode, very unique. I think it's the most advanced looking planet we've ever seen in Star Wars. Very interesting. It felt a little weird to be in, like a little too futuristic to be in Star Wars, but obviously there's so many planets in the galaxy that there at least one is going to look like that, right?
Yeah.
But still, it's like it was very, very odd seeing like Din and Bo in like their very obviously like they're warriors, they're mercenaries,
Yeah.
and like what they're wearing in like such a
Like
contrast,
sterile
environment that otherwise we would never have seen in Star Wars, right? Like we've never seen somewhere like that in Star Wars, is what I'm trying to say. So I really like, I don't know, like I have very mixed feelings because it's very different, but it's cool. It just feels, because it's different, right? So it feels different.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool. I did think it was cool. There's a lot of new stuff that they introduced, a lot of new, like, I love when they show us new planets, so I'm not complaining at all. I think that my biggest thing with the episode is how many cameos there were.
Yeah.
And you guys know that I'm never one to complain about things like this.
Yeah.
Or ever, right? But I don't know, like one I can overlook.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's not a character cameo. It is an actor cameo.
Yeah, celebrity.
Right? It's a celebrity, and
It's like, he was in a movie in the 80s. It makes sense.
Yeah. So, but what I mean is like I'm more of I guess I'm more of a fan of the character cameos, right? Like I want to see Dash Rendar walking in the background,
Yeah.
or I want to see something like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't need Dash Rendar to lead an episode. I just like if he's literally just fucking walking in the background, I'm fine with it. You know, like that is like I love that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like it's always kind of been a part of Star Wars to not have like such huge actors or huge celebrities in like the movies or in the shows, right? So where because of that, the galaxy feels real. Yeah. It feels...
Because it isn't actors... Well, it is. But it doesn't feel like it's actors playing characters. It feels like those characters are real.
Yeah, because then like those actors become those characters. You know, like that's who you see as those characters.
Like you can't look at Mark Hamill and not see Luke Skywalker.
No, you can't. And
it's
you can't
impossible.
see Carrie Fisher without thinking Princess Leia.
Yeah.
You can't see Harrison Ford without thinking Han Solo, Indiana Jones, you know?
Yeah.
So, like there were exceptions, obviously, like with Alec Guinness. Yeah. Alec Guinness was a huge actor when he was cast for Star Wars. But it was him and Peter Cushing. Yeah. You know, that were like these big names. And mainly that was so that, you know, that was for George to be like, we kind of need some names to bring.
Yeah, of course.
You know, but they're not the main characters.
To legitimize the film.
They're not the main characters. Fucking Tarkin dies in the first movie, and so does Obi-Wan. Yeah, you know, but he's like the you know the older wise, you know, so it worked. It worked, and it wasn't overdone, and it wasn't like obviously right. It was very tasteful. Yeah. And like I said, obviously there's always exceptions, like also. Christopher Lee in the prequels, and you know, it's like there's exceptions, but again, it's a couple. Yeah, you know.
I feel like the thing is they can't be the main character.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. They need to be like a side character,
or you know, something adjacent. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I The Mandalorian is my absolute favorite live action show. I'm not shitting on this episode at all. I'm just telling you how like I feel about the episode. Yeah. Right? Because obviously there were major advancements in the story and you know, important plot points, and that I'm here for. That I love it. I'm just, when there's cameos like this, it takes me out. Yeah. And I think it's specifically because they're such well-known celebrities. Yeah. Like, it's not like you're bringing in
B-list or C-list.
Or like you know, or just like, yeah, exactly. Or I don't know. It's just like Bill Burr, that was tasteful. Yeah. Like, it was one comedian in the entire first season. I mean, Horatio Sands was in it, but we didn't even know. Yeah. You know, we didn't even know it was Mithril. Like, we kind of guessed it with the voice, but like, you know,
yeah,
it was just,
it's different enough that it's not distracting.
Exactly. But you don't see the Mithril and you're like, oh, that's Horatio Sands. Yeah. You learn about it later and you're like, ah, that's cool. Yeah. And then Bill Burr was cool. Like, yeah, you're like, oh, that's Bill Burr. But it's like a side character that is just like, he's supposed to be funny. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be this, like, you know, this piece of shit. Yeah. That, you know, that Bill Burr just plays so well. Yeah. I love Bill Burr. Yeah. Just don't get me wrong. But then season 2 comes along and like we start seeing more, like then we see like Danny Trejo in like Book of Boba Fett.
That took me out.
Like,
that took me out. It was cool.
Yeah, I love Danny Trejo. Great.
Like, it's cool that he loves pit bulls and that he like saw the Rancors as like the Star Wars equivalent. That's cool.
No, yeah, I'm not complaining about it at all. I think it's really, really cool. But the fact remains that it does
take you out.
It does take me out of it. But I love Danny Trejo. I love Machete. Right? I like, you know. But that took me out there, and then now. But then again, it was still like I could overlook it because it's one quick cameo. Yeah, it's
a side character.
One side character.
The Rancor trainer.
Exactly. And then But it wasn't like in the same episode you have Danny Trejo and then fucking George Lopez is in the fucking
Yeah.
I think,
the other
I think
room.
it would have been a more quirky and funny thing if, because since it's training a Rancor, is like a Caesar Milan. Like he's super
Yeah.
popular, but not that. But like you know,
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
something.
that'll be a tasteful. Like, oh, I'm training this thing and it
Yeah.
doesn't obey me. Caesar Milan's like, I'll help you. That'll be
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
That'd be
You know,
funny.
like,
Yeah. See
Something
that
like
that's that I like.
Yeah.
That I like because that'd be like people would get it,
Like,
but then
ah.
not everyone's like, not everyone knows who that is.
See, that's
You know?
that's where I feel like the sweet spot is with the cameos is like, it's like if you know, and it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that
Exactly.
that's kind of the
That's
sweet spot. But if
That's
it's
the sweet-
like
but if it's like
you see the character and you immediately think that's this actor,
No, yeah.
it takes you out of
if you're like
the story.
literally, it's like this last episode, right? We get Jack Black, fucking banger, right?
Yeah.
Jack Black, Lizzo, and fucking Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 3 of the biggest names.
Triple threat.
Like
Yeah.
like literally, like boom, boom.
Yeah, and then
Right?
them being like Jack Black and Lizzo's characters being married
Yeah,
was too much.
it was a lot.
It was too much.
yeah, it's
they-
like that's Jack Black and Lizzo.
Yeah.
that's Jack Black and Lizzo.
and she's
That's
like,
all I'm
"Oh, look
thinking.
at the baby!" Like that was Lizzo saying, "Look how cute Baby Yoda is."
Yeah, and
that
she's
was
like, I
not
wanted
the
to play-
character.
Yeah, she's like, I want to play with Baby Yoda this episode.
Like,
That's
come
my
on.
that I'll be in the show, but I want to play with Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's like
That's what I got out of it.
yeah, and I didn't like that.
It was just it was kind of a like there I don't know. I feel like they played way into like some Hollywood shit.
It felt like an SNL skit.
Kinda.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Kinda.
It felt like, and
No, no.
today this week.
And then they
Hosted by Lizzo,
Yeah,
and the big band like,
exactly.
and like I don't know, it just
Yeah, no. That's exactly how
it was a bit too on the nose.
a little much. Yeah, a little bit much. And like I love comedy. I love comedians. Like
Yeah.
I love stand up. And I love a lot of these actors and celebrities that we're seeing. But it's like, I don't know, like
It just
does it
didn't
need to
feel
happen?
like the place
Do we need
to
to do that?
it.
Yeah, like do we like how about we keep Star Wars like believable?
Yeah.
That's why it's always been so good, is because you believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to, you can turn your brain off and watch and you're like, I don't know who these people are, but
You're in another
you know?
universe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just, that's just kind of how I felt about it. Like it was, I don't know, it was just odd, and like the whole, like the quirky humor.
It felt too different from the other episodes.
It was 100. It was very different.
Yeah,
It was
like
extremely
it-
different.
Yeah.
Which look, I like different, right?
But it didn't
But
feel cohesive.
It was just odd. Like that's the best
Yeah.
way I can describe the episode, is just odd.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan, because important things happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But didn't it kind of feel like you could have just watched the last like 10 minutes of the episode
Yeah, well,
and
yeah.
it wouldn't have been any different?
yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
like the droids are taking
I
everybody's
mean,
jobs.
There were some
Yeah.
cool aspects. How what was the character? The cameo of the guy in charge of the cameras or security.
I forget the character's name, but
But,
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher
Lloyd. He had the whole like not rant, but explaining what his true vision was.
Yeah.
Like Dooku was a visionary, cut short
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
prime. That's interesting.
See, yeah, that
was
stuff
solid.
is
That was
crazy.
cool.
It's
I
cool.
like that.
And because it's diving into the it's diving into the Star Wars meat,
super
right?
lore, yeah.
Yeah. So no, that was cool, but again, it's like that's Doc.
Yeah.
Like that's Doc. And now he's a bad guy, and
And I also feel like it's kind of weird with like Din like hating droids.
again, yeah,
I
like
think it's
why was
just
he being a dick?
I just think it's a really weird.
Well, I guess it's because they were they were actually battle droids.
True.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like R2's that he
I
was
guess.
kicking around.
It's
It
just
was
like-
actually
it's just
battle
like-
droids.
I don't know. I've always thought that storyline was like kind of
I don't
like
think
I
that-
get it.
What do you
like
mean?
he's like
that's
traumatized,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. I just like I feel like that was resolved with him getting like R5 and like having a droid with him. Like
Yeah, but
I thought that
those
was,
are super
like-
battle droids, and
I
B1
guess.
battle droids, the ones that actually killed his parents, and like that's.
True.
I guess.
It's like if you walk up to a guy in full Nazi regalia and, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
I guess.
like I'm reformed and like, fuck you still.
Exactly.
Like you still did it
Yeah.
before you. I guess.
I don't know. It's just like, I don't have an issue with that part, with the droid part, because I get it. That did
Yeah.
make sense. You know, he was acting weird, but it makes sense. Those are literally, it's not just droids. It's the battle droids from the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I think because I really believe that there was a subplot there. Because, for example, when first they were dealing with talking to the species that are fixing the droids, right? And
The Ugnaughts.
yeah, the Ugnaughts. And Bo-Katan came in like a little too strong. Like, hey, because your work, you're fucking up the droids. Started getting offended and then took over. You know, like, hey, I know
Yeah.
how to talk to them. You have to, you know.
Yeah, there's a certain way
Manage
to
the
come about
situation.
it. Yeah.
And then when they went into the bar with the droids, then it was all like, oh, I have personal agenda, struggles.
Yeah.
And then Bo-Katan had to reel him in too. I guess that was the purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
like
had to show you both extremes.
Both. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I guess.
that helped.
You're right. No, that's really good insight. Honestly, I didn't even put two and two together there, but no, yeah. I mean, exactly. I think that's pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
Regarding that like situation and like the dynamic between them there, you know, during that whole interaction. But I that all that was cool, you know, and it was an interesting storyline to have like the droids, you know, malfunctioning, and like it's kind of like a little mystery and like detective work,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like that was kind of cool. But I don't know. I just the whole Jack Black, Lizzo, and Christopher Lloyd thing was really just throwing me off
Yeah.
like the whole time.
Yeah. It kept
Like, I
taking
couldn't-
me
I
out.
couldn't-
It's like as if next episode they're like, Seinfeld. They're like, no.
Literally, no, yeah. Ba-doo-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo.
Yeah, exactly.
Ba-doo-doo-doo.
Oh my god.
That's literally like
Yeah.
that's
Like waiting for the laugh track.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Star Wars isn't funny. It has funny moments, but like the
Yeah.
tone is not
Star Wars
funny.
Star Wars is the way that Star Wars is funny the best is with the characters' interactions with each other,
Yeah.
with their dynamics, with like
Yeah.
Han and Chewie's dynamic.
Yeah.
And their interactions together. Same thing with R2 and 3PO and their interactions together.
bickering.
They're bickering.
Yeah.
And then Han and Leia's bickering at each other, and they're like, they're upset. They're not
Yeah.
cracking jokes.
Yeah, they're not
know?
trying to make
But
the other
it's-
character laugh.
Exactly, but it's funny, like hearing them and watching them be like petty with each other.
Yeah.
Or you know, or Yoda's interactions with Luke, or you know, like I
Yeah.
can keep going.
Like the audience is laughing,
Yeah.
but the actors are not.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like the moments that are funny that may not be funny in the moment when they happen to you, but they're funny later when you look back at them.
Yeah.
You know, that
Yeah,
is
exactly.
and that's how real life humor is, and that is the way that Star Wars
Yeah.
is and how it's always been funny. It's like they don't need to write jokes.
Yeah.
Like George Lucas, I don't think ever needed to write a joke.
Yeah.
It was just it was funny because of their interactions with each other, right? But I mean, I don't know. I not that this show is not good at that. This show is very good at that. But I'm talking about this episode specifically was just, I think that's why it was odd.
Yeah.
You know, because it had a lot of those elements of a little too forced.
Yeah.
A little too much of certain things. Like
Mm-hmm.
three major cameos in one episode is a lot. Especially if two of them are married.
Yeah.
You know?
Like they were always on screen together.
Yeah.
There wasn't any time
No.
that they weren't together.
No.
Yeah.
In terms of, what would I say? Are we moving on to like the last part? Because I have an opinion about that. In terms of how,
yeah, we can.
Bo-Katan gets the saber back.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
It's like, you get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, although, I mean, the excuse is there. Yes, he was defeated
technically,
by the captain.
yes.
Technically, yes.
But like for it to be
But
such a big fuss,
yeah.
And then
like it's literally since the Clone Wars, it has
Yeah.
been a big fuss about winning it with honor and killing the person that had it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what they thought. Like, what did they think was going to happen when they gave the Mandalorian the Darksaber? He either rules Mandalore or he is killed, and the person who kills him rules. Yeah. So then they set up, Din and Bo are friends now. And it's like, oh, well, you know, this and this and that and this and that and this and then.
Yeah.
Now she has it. And it's like, that doesn't feel honorable.
Yeah. Feels odd.
That's just how I see it.
Yeah, I think that they know that. I think the writers know that. I don't think it's I don't see this as this is where it's going now.
But then it's awkward to fix that because it's like, what is she gonna say? Fight me and then get it back to now. I want to win it the right way.
No,
like,
I think that with that same exact technicality, Din could get it back.
But Din doesn't want it.
Okay, just listen. Let me explain myself here. I think that I don't think that they really put us through like 2 seasons of, you know, like I don't think they put us through finale of season 2, Book of Boba, and now this to just be like, oh well, here you go, Bo.
Yeah.
You know, I think that I still think that Din is the heir to Mandalore. For sure. Right now, it's looking like Bo because yes, she saw the mythosaur and it is like an omen and a sign to the Mandalorians that who sees that is the one that should lead. And but realistically, story-wise, I don't think that Din is just gonna end up being the guy that's like, well, no, yeah, I'm not good enough. You know? Like, really think about it. Is that Din Djarin? He might be there right now, mentally. He might be there right now mentally. But I think that when it comes down to it, because we still have not had the confrontation with either Moff Gideon or Thrawn or any of that shit, right?
Yeah, the warlord.
That is still coming. And I think that is going to come back in these episodes coming up and probably even, spill into Ahsoka. So I think that once those confrontations come and they're on the screen or, once we're watching them, I think what's going to end up happening is Bo is going to be overconfident. I think that she's going to underestimate the Moff or Thrawn or whoever it is that they're facing, because now not only did Moff Gideon escape, he has Mandalorians on his side. Mm-hmm. From we're speculating.
Yeah, from that crash.
So it's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be Mandalorians against stormtroopers. It's going to be Mandalorians.
I just don't like this like hot potato of the Darksaber.
Yeah, I don't either. But Din right now is being a big old wuss with it and doesn't want the responsibility. But again, that doesn't change anything from our original theory.
Yeah.
Is we already knew that Din doesn't want the responsibility, but it doesn't matter if he doesn't want it or not.
So does that mean Bo is gonna die for him to get the Darksaber?
Either she dies, but I don't think so. It's either she dies or what happened to Din in the caves of Mandalore happens to Bo, but with Gideon.
So he saves her.
Yeah. So she is defeated, but not killed. She's like
Okay.
You know, she yields or she's defeated by Gideon, and then
Bo beats him.
Din picks
yeah.
up the dark saber and defeats Gideon once and for all. And in that way, because they made it, that's what I think, because they made it such a point to like point out the technicality,
to explain the technicality to the audience.
Exactly. And it's
I guess, but it's like, I'm just saying from a story point, it's like they had to put in all these loopholes to not kill Bo and not kill Din.
Well,
and I just
yeah.
I don't like that.
No,
like, I understand what you're saying, and I agree, and I think that would make sense story wise, and technicality and whatever. But I feel like we're spending so much time of this like hot potato with the Darksaber instead of like actually retaking Mandalore, because there's only 2 episodes left. I thought they were gonna like start to I thought Bo was gonna go find a bunch of Mandalorians. We were gonna see her talk to Mandalorians and be like, hey, I know you don't agree with the Children of the Watch or whatever. Like, I thought we were gonna see that. And maybe we will in like the last 2 episodes, but
she kind of just did that.
Yeah, but in a super small scale.
But
she's talking to a squad. She's not talking to
I guess, but now she has the Children of the Watch and like
Din's,
the
party,
remaining Death Watch.
I just feel like that should have been more of a focus instead of Lizzo and Jack Black and droids.
Oh no, yeah, I agree. I'm not.
The whole point of the
for...
show is that we're like reuniting the Mandalorians, and like, I just feel like the time allotted to certain things is like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's not. It's definitely an interesting choice.
Yeah.
But I still think that there's enough time for them to cover.
With 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
Because
who knows how long they
are? Like an hour?
What if they're
Hopefully.
Each an hour?
Yeah.
You know, we just don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't see this just ending in 2 episodes. I see it continuing either into Ahsoka or season 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not over. The story's not over.
No, I know.
But I still stand by my theory of Din is the rightful ruler. Din deserves it. Din is the one that should lead Mandalore.
I am also the firm believer that Din will not take that responsibility to heart unless something either traumatic or like serious as hell happens.
Exactly.
Just like Bo-Katan's death.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She could die, and then he's like, well, now I have to. Like, there's no choice.
That's where it feels like it's going, because it feels like Bo got her redemption. Like, she got her redemption. She got her honor back.
She's getting the tech service.
You know, like she's
You're
like spending a lot of time with her.
Like,
and look,
she's not an asshole anymore.
Integrating. You're all excited for her, and like, no. Gideon's just gonna be like, yeet. She's gonna get like punched by those dark troopers, like sent through a wall.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she could either die or just get seriously injured.
True. In a coma state type of thing.
Yeah. Or like, but what I'm saying is like, I think
I love you, Din.
What's important?
I've loved you since the day I met you.
Daddy did. It's okay, bro.
What I'm
I am your cool slutty daddy.
Yes. That's how season 3 ends.
What I think is the most important in that part of the storyline is not just the Mandalorians around them watching Din pick up the Darksaber and do what needs to be done, but for Bo-Katan herself to see it and see how he truly deserves it.
Yeah.
And not because he wants it, not because
like
he
ego,
he needs it, but because he shows with his actions.
True, because she wants it for status. He wants it for the right reasons, like honor and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, well, after this discussion, I think Bo's gonna die.
Actually, not gonna lie, my guy.
Like,
but, yeah.
Yeah,
it would be fitting though. Like it would be a fitting
like an
end.
honor's death. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I don't-
yeah, a warrior's death.
Warrior's
like
death.
And a
she
Mandalorian.
dies so that Mandalore can come back. Like
Yeah.
it would be
Yeah, she
it
would
be
die a
sad,
martyr.
but like she would
she'd
die a martyr. I'm sure they would.
And I don't want her to die. Let me just say
Yeah.
that. But
No, yeah.
It's
But it's just like-
definitely possible.
It's just like somebody's got to die. We've had how many people have this dark saber and none of them have died? Like,
Yeah.
come on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, literally.
Come on.
Yeah.
None of like,
Yeah, it's all been through yielding, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or technicalities.
Well, we
or,
still
like,
technically don't know how Moff Gideon got it. But I think he just
snatched it.
snatched it.
He rappelled down from the ceiling and like doom,
Yeah.
doom, 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 he, like, picked it up.
Mission
Doom.
Impossible
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. He's like, and she sneezed and he's like, bless you. But no, yeah, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens because
Like, okay, the whole everything surrounding Mandalorians and their culture is about honor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, so what is next for Bo-Katan? An honorable death.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
it just feels like
especially right now where like most of them don't respect her.
yeah.
Yeah, just saying.
So we're still missing that Luke level cameo, right? 'Cause we
Yeah.
haven't gotten
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Lizzo.
Oh my god. If it's
Oh my god, it's Lizzo.
Hey, was that the cameo? I lied.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god. You said we were gonna get a Luke level cameo. I lied.
You were being salted by morons. Their education is so limited.
That ass.
Oh my god.
I don't. Yeah, we definitely haven't seen it.
Now, who do you think it is? Is it the same ones you guys been saying in past couple episodes? After watching these 3 episodes, does it change? Let's
I
dive into
still
that.
think there's a huge possibility of seeing Thrawn.
I think you guys were saying Han, right?
Han, yeah.
Does that change now?
No, because the New Republic is in the picture like
Yeah.
heavily, and he's like, I'm not really clear on his role after the Empire fell. With
I mean, Han's gonna Han. He's always like
Doing his own
taking
thing.
contracts. He's not gonna pay him back type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, exactly.
scavenging.
No, but I think he's definitely with the New Republic right now, so they could send him out to check things out, with whatever's going on, in the Falcon with Chewie.
True.
Could be with Luke.
Do we
He
know,
could be with Luke.
Do we ever know? Fake fan question here. How does he? Oh yeah, he wins the Falcon from yeah.
Lando?
Forget yeah.
Okay.
Forget it. Yeah, I was gonna say something dumb. Thank God I remembered. Okay, let's move on.
You're good.
It was 12 parsecs. It was 12 parsecs.
Yeah. No, it's because since I know.
Solo.
It's because. Okay, I'm still gonna say it, but I corrected myself.
Okay.
My thinking process was because the Falcon is part of a transporting unit.
It's
right?
it's a freighter.
So if he's working as something as a job, he's probably transporting something. But no, I think that's not how he got the Falcon.
No.
That's where my mind went. But I was like, no, cool.
I mean,
No.
he could be transporting something.
exactly.
It could be as simple as Han and Chewie are doing something for the Republic,
Yeah.
and they just happen to be in the system. And then someone's like, "Hey, you guys are the closest people to blah 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 system. Can you go check it out? See, or like,
Yeah.
And
are
like
they
the loot, and
are they full of shit, or are they actual warlords taking over the planet?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they swoop on in there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Thrawn's here. Luke, come help us." And then,
Yeah. Not really.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like,
If I had a lightsaber right now, I'd beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I don't know. We only have 2 episodes left. I'm like, it went by so fast.
It did. It went by really fast.
When's the first episode for Ahsoka?
September, I think. I don't think it's confirmed, but they said August or September.
What Star Wars
I think it's August.
Get in between? Like, what Star Wars are you getting in between? Like,
Yeah.
until September?
Yeah.
But I
Come on.
think that I think the end of this season will set up the Ahsoka series.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think,
Definitely.
yeah, I think Thrawn
That's
will
why I
come
think-
in.
So
Yeah.
it's not gonna be episode 1 Ahsoka like time jump. Not at
No.
all.
No, I think it's gonna pick up.
right
Okay.
after.
Yeah, or even start a little bit behind, depending on what she's doing or whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
It could totally interlap
Yeah.
with Mando season 3.
Oh yeah,
could see
we
that.
missed a part of the episode. What do you guys think of the Romeo and Juliet first part? The start of the episode. How
Oh, the fucking
calamari
Mon
and the-
Calamari and the
Yeah.
Quora.
Oh,
Yeah.
I totally
Jesus,
forgot
I
about
forgot
that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that either.
Hey, let me
Sorry.
turn on my camera.
That was weird.
The little my
Like-
love.
With her fucking beard tentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
It was just like, I don't know.
No, I mean it's
It was silly.
It's silly. Well, but also like, I see like the pirate influence that they're going for. And,
Yeah.
And you know, so that was cool. It was cool to see a Quarren ship in space
That was cool.
and like how they, you know, how she had her like tank thing.
Yeah.
Like that was really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
That was really
nice.
cool. The design of the ship. I don't know if we've seen that ship before. Maybe we have. It's probably in from the
Probably
comics.
something deep cut.
But seeing like their technology, the interior, because I think we've only ever seen like in the Clone Wars, like what they were using underwater and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we only ever see them as like, you know, skiff guards on Jabba's sail barge, or like, you know, being, you know, these rugged aliens in some backwater planet
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of being on their own,
Like
like
their own command.
or like
Yeah.
their own ships from their home world, like surrounded by their own technology. Like we haven't
Yeah,
really
that was
seen
cool.
So that was really cool. I thought it was funny. They called that guy the Mancala prince, so I'm guessing. It's not Lichar, because then I think they killed Lichar in the comics, in the Vader comics.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Could be the same family.
I don't know. It's probably the same family, but I don't know if it's his son or his grandson.
Maybe like his grandson.
But that's pretty cool. You know, maybe it was probably in the credits actually, like the name.
Yeah.
True.
But we didn't check because I forgot.
I just thought it was funny that like it seemed like this big like military thing, and then he was just like, "Oh, your parents told me to come pick you up."
Yeah.
Like,
Literally.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I don't
I
know.
just, I like.
I
don't know.
think you're just grouping all the silliness from this episode together. You know.
True. It was like, yeah, it was.
I think it was the tone that threw me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like, you know me, I don't like, I like all of Star Wars. Like there's certain things I don't like, but like this episode just felt like really, really off
It was.
to me.
Well, I don't know. It was just.
Yeah.
It was odd. That's
Yeah.
why I'm using that word, because I feel like
It's just like-
that's the best way to describe it.
It felt parallel to Star Wars. But it didn't feel like Star Wars to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you guys in the hot seat here. So filler?
Kind
Be
of.
honest here.
No, I
yeah,
mean,
kinda.
no, because what happens?
Well, no, yeah, true, because it has those axes, right? Like we
Yeah.
were saying about Doc talking about Khan Dooku and his view. So
Yeah,
yeah, it has
that-
hints of like
that and
lore.
like that
But-
and like what happens with like she's able to take her fleet back. She gets
Yeah.
the dark saber back. They, you know, shit happens between like Jesus, these things tickle my ears. Like their dynamic advances, like the storyline is advancing,
Yeah.
but the way they did it is what's weird,
At a snail
is-
pace.
you know.
Yeah, it just, I think it was just a little too silly for me. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. It wasn't like I hated the episode, I hated the characters, I hated the plot.
No,
It was
yeah.
just like, if it was at a 10, it should have been at like a 6.
Yeah.
it was like Jack Black had like this wacky beard. Like that was wacky.
Yeah, that.
He was wacky.
Everything was
The beard
super,
was
like,
wacky.
Colorful. It was like a carnival.
Yeah, it was just it was too much.
Yeah.
Like I just if they could just dial it back a little bit. I don't know.
Excuse me.
I have one complaint I've been seeing throughout the season. I mean, it's gonna be me bitching, to be honest, but
Okay.
I just want to rant it out, right? Yes, it's a show budget, it's not a movie budget, so obviously, and don't get me wrong, the special effects team behind Baby Yoda and the way it articulates the neck, the eyes, glorious. But I don't know, it's like nails on the chalkboard for me. If you could lend me the baby for a second,
The
just
baby.
to show you. Because every time Baby Yoda or Grogu jumps, right, it's super stiff, and you only see this. Like, it's arms to its side, super stiff. It's like jump to me.
like a football.
And you literally just see a statue go. Like, it doesn't bend its little feet, doesn't bend.
Like his
like,
head
swing
doesn't
the
come
arms
into
or something.
his.
No,
yeah.
it's just like arms down, super straight statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sticks out to me so much, and I'm like, because again, the animatronics and the way it blinks and looks at Bo-Katan when she's talking and
Yeah.
like amazing.
Yeah.
But you don't have to force jumps for me. It's gonna look like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something I've been seeing throughout. Like again, the dart area, right? In 2 episodes past or episode past, it does the little super stiff backflip, shoot you 3 times. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god! Like at least jump this time, jump sideways, cartwheel, do something.
Yeah.
But it's always been either a front one or a back one. To be honest,
Yeah.
So I was like,
He's just a little potato sack.
rant
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
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 Give me my fucking baby.
You're doing great, Grogu.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting hate now.
No,
But
you're
yeah,
fine. You're
like,
fine.
again, know-
I do see that too,
Yeah.
and I've always just looked at it as like, this is just how I look at it. I see it as like, yes, it's like the best technology that they have, and like ILM is like, illusion is like what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I feel like they want to keep that Frank Oz puppet feel.
True.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why they don't have him look super acrobatic and
Yeah.
noodly and whatever, because it's a puppet.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah. I think it's a
defending them, but I don't know. That's how I look at it.
I think it's definitely like an artistic choice
yeah.
at that point.
Because they could make him
because
bend.
they could
Make him do whatever they
They
want.
could do it like a CGI, like where
Yeah.
you see his like legs or his
Like,
knees
extend
bend
and,
and
like,
jump
whee!
and
Yeah.
and like bend and like his little body bend to do the backflip
Yeah.
and then or curl to
But
do
he
the front
also
flip.
is in like a potato sack.
He is.
So
Yeah. So
you can't really see
it
his
feels
body.
stiff.
Yeah, that could probably be a big part of it too.
Well, yeah. But I think you're right about them like wanting it to be more of that like puppet feel.
It's like, how would Frank Oz make him do a backflip?
or like how would we have done this in the 70s
Yeah,
or in the 80s?
that's how I see it.
You know,
but-
they would have fucking yeeted Yoda across
That
the swamp.
$2,000 puppet.
Across
just
the
like,
swamp.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think it's like an artistic choice at that point.
Yeah.
So that's why I can kind
Because
of overlook
we know
it.
that they can make him do that because Yoda fights Palpatine in episode 3, right?
Yeah, but
And
he
Duke
has
So-
more
in episode
variations
And we
than
know-
a front flip and a back flip.
We know that they can, like, technology wise, they can do it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's more, like you said, like an artistic choice.
Yeah. But I do think it's funny. Like it
But
is funny
it
seeing.
is
It's like
it is noticeable.
It is
True.
Like
Yeah.
I know what you mean because I did see it too. I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Since we covered the
Lizzo was
episode-
distracting me more than Grogu.
Can
Just flip.
we go on to wild theory mode? Can I just
Sure.
jump off and just what
Sure.
if this happened?
Here we
What
go.
if section of this
A what if
podcast,
section.
Okay?
That's literally my favorite section of Star Wars.
Perfect. Because I think what if years pass, whatever the hell. Grogu is the leader of the Mandalorians, but the only way he gets it is because Din dies. And it's his fault. And that's his struggle to the dark side or the light side. I think that's what's gonna make him either break
It's
or
like
not break.
it's like
Din's death. And
like
it's his fault.
Kylo
I want it to be like I don't want to be like but I
killing
want it to
him
be, I
or
don't- no,
indirectly.
him die, let's say he tells him stay with the ship and he doesn't. But if he would have stayed with the ship, he would have died. Type of thing. Decision.
Okay.
Super
Yeah,
dramatical decision.
Like he freaked,
and then
like
dies.
he. Oh,
And
okay,
it is his fault.
Damn.
I want that to happen. Yes, it's dark. Yes, it's like gut wrenching. But make that the point of like, if he goes light or
Yeah,
dark
but
or
also a hero's journey is never easy.
true.
You know, it's never
Yeah.
trauma free. So
Uh,
I
yeah.
don't put it past the story writing. I don't
I
put
kinda
it
want
past
that
the
to
writers
happen.
at all.
It would make it so intense.
I think it would.
That would be
would.
really
'Cause-
like
Because it would definitely push Grogu to
His moral compass.
yeah,
heights.
like it would push him to the limits of okay, who are you gonna be?
Exactly.
and who are you without the
And who are you without?
Mandalorian?
Yeah, exactly.
Oof,
So
chills.
I think that would be a very interesting storyline or like something to explore down in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
But I also the only thing I don't know if we'd ever see is like a main character. Well, never mind, because fucking Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia all die on screen. So there goes my theory.
No one's safe.
Yeah, no one is safe. So no, yeah, never mind. Yeah, I totally see it. I see
Yeah,
it
right.
happening. Yeah, for
Any
sure.
other what ifs? It's free reign.
I don't know. I'm like, all of our biggest what ifs kind of came true. So
That's why you have
Yeah.
to double down on the crazy.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really had time to think of many more besides the fact that I'm pretty sure Thrawn is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that with Ahsoka, the Ahsoka series, very like
Right
next,
here.
like,
And
right
all the
here.
Rebels mentions.
Yeah.
Then let me help you out
Recently?
here, because I feel like as soon as they put Thrawn on screen, they have to like Thanos, right? She showed up first, boom, killed Loki. Fuck, right? I think someone is gonna die. Who would die? If Thrawn
Maybe
comes,
it's
who's dying?
Bo?
Maybe it's Bo.
Oh shit!
It's probably Bo. That's probably how she dies.
Could it be? Oh yeah.
Because
Does that mean
because-
Thrawn gets
because
the
I
dark
don't
think-
saber?
because I don't think because I don't think that Gideon. I don't think that Gideon would be the one to kill her.
Okay.
I don't think he has the ability or
He's
like this-
general level, not colonel.
Yeah. No, yeah, but in all honesty, I don't think that like if Din could beat Gideon, I don't think Gideon could beat Bo.
True. Okay, I see that.
You know?
Yeah, I see that totally.
Because I think Din and Bo are very evenly matched, and maybe even Bo could outmatch Din on experience alone.
Yeah, I see that.
You know, I think that I think that Din could outmatch Bo if something depended on him winning, like Grogu.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Okay.
Like if Grogu was in danger, or it's like I can't leave him alone, then Din could pull out that W.
Yeah.
But
Like that
on
wild
pure
card.
skill and experience alone, I think Bo has him beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you think the Thrawn is gonna be a chess match? Because it's gonna be a chess match.
Oh yeah,
Plus fun.
yeah.
Is it gonna be a Bo versus Thrawn chess match or a Ahsoka versus Thrawn chess match?
I think it's gonna end up being Ahsoka versus Thrawn. You know, but I can see if this is if we're saying that Bo dies, right?
Yeah.
I think that if Bo dies, is not by the hands of Gideon, it would be something like
The statement that Thrawn makes, like, boom, I came in, Bo-Katan, bye.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
And who knows how? If it's an orbital strike or if it's a
I think it should be
deployment
personal.
of TIE defenders or something, or personal. I don't know. I think that he would best Bo in whichever way.
Yeah.
Din would pick up the Darksaber, and then that is his,
How he
His-
gets it back.
not necessarily he picks it up because he wants it back, but it's like he's picking
Someone
it up.
else is gonna take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I'm taking it to fucking go and do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fight the fight,
Yeah.
and then Bo would either be dead or seriously injured, maybe comatose or just fucked up to where she can't like get up, but she can see what's going on. And I don't think Din wins right then and there, but he like proves that he deserves it or has earned the Darksaber back in the eyes of the Mandalorians, and not just them, but in the eyes of Bo-Katan, and she acknowledges it.
Yeah.
Not just like last time where it's like, oh well, you have it, but I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you have it, but I respect that you have it. You know what I mean?
Except that's what we need as a people.
Yes, I think exactly, because she has to come to a point where she either dies and can't lead, or she has to come to a point where she realizes that what is best for her people is not necessarily what she wants.
Exactly.
It's what they deserve,
Yeah.
which is somebody like Din, right?
On that
So,
note,
yeah.
another question.
Okay.
Rapid fire. Who's gonna get the Skywalker treatment? Meaning, I haven't seen anyone lose a limb and replace it with a cybernetic enhancement. Who's gonna get the Skywalker treatment?
Well, Din already cooked half of his leg with
He
the
did.
Darksaber.
He
So I could see it happening to Din, but also maybe not. But maybe it's Bo. Maybe Bo gets fucked up to the point where she gets like an arm cut off.
True.
Maybe.
Ooh, make it symbolic. Make it the arm she uses to hold the saber usually. What is she righty
Yeah,
or
the
lefty?
right arm, and that's the arm where she just got the mythosaur pauldron.
Oh shit.
That'd be symbolic as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, she'd get a brand new prosthetic that looks real, but
Oh,
like,
yeah.
she gets, it's still getting your fucking
Hey,
arm
get more
chopped.
gadgets. She's a Mandalorian.
Exactly.
So badass.
So
Exactly.
does she have like a Winter Soldier arm but Beskar?
Ooh,
That's cool.
love that.
That's cool.
Like,
That'd be
Dude,
fucking
come back, kill.
gnarly. Gnarly.
That'd be awesome.
What you say?
the armor would hook it up. She loves
She
her.
would hook it up.
She's like, Bo is a chosen one.
Yeah.
That kid doesn't need a helmet. Give
Yeah.
it to her.
Another one, because I love this rapid fire,
Hmm.
right? Because you guys are sitting down. How are the Javas gonna come back? Are they
The
pick
huts?
up the
The
pieces?
huts?
The huts.
Huts?
Jabba is a hut.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
It's okay.
big fan. Sorry.
The Jabbas.
The
uh,
Jabbas.
The huts gonna come back
I think.
because they
I,
totally are.
yeah. I
Oh
think,
yeah,
I
they
think
have
they're.
like a huge part in Book of Boba.
Yeah. Well, I think they're probably already on their way back to Tatooine.
Is it gonna be a Boba Fett problem? Yeah, mostly, right? That's
Yeah.
his task.
That's
Yeah.
his shit. That's his shit to deal with. But no, yeah, I think they're probably already on their way back or planning their return, because that move that they made was not out of the kindness of
Yeah.
their hearts.
True.
It's like, oh, you can take our land and
No.
our cousins.
They're probably like, oh, hit them and the Pikes are gonna rip each other to threads.
Yeah.
Let's pick up the pieces.
Exactly.
Right?
Let
Exactly.
them kill each other.
Because they also were betting on Boba dying and losing. You know, they're like, there's
Yeah.
no way this motherfucker's gonna win.
Yeah.
So, he pulled that win out of his ass and defeated the Pikes, but still, I would say they're not as powerful as the Pikes, and especially because Din isn't there, and
I think it's
Yeah.
also hilarious because isn't it Bunta Eve a hut holiday or some shit?
Yeah.
It's like they keep celebrating it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They're like, I
Yeah.
mean,
Right?
we did like
well, yeah,
those races.
because it's been there for
Like,
thousands of
I
years.
took your area you were ruling. Fuck you. But we like that holiday, so we'll keep it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
fuck you.
it's kind of
It kind of, yeah, it's like,
It's hilarious.
it is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're already I think they're already,
Yeah.
planning their return.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't just
And
gonna
we'll see,
let that happen.
and we'll see what happens.
It's like you're really gonna let him talk to you like that?
Exactly.
or maybe they become like a supplier to Boba or something. I don't know.
Ooh. Dude, that'd be such a huge asset, though. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
exactly.
contact list, dude.
Yeah.
Or he like partners with them where he's
That
like,
Rolodex thick.
Wholesales.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of contacts.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I definitely am excited for Book of Boba season 2. I think that
Did
we
they
desperately.
confirm that yet?
No, there's rumors, but they should because
Maybe at Celebration we'll
yeah,
we'll
I
get
think
some
yeah we've
info.
got
No,
celebration starts
couple
tomorrow.
days.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Holy shit!
Fuck.
Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it starts.
No,
tomorrow.
it starts Friday.
No, it's Thursday.
No, Thursday. It's like 5 days.
Oh.
Starts
Shit.
Thursday.
Oh, snap.
Awesome.
Okay.
I think it's Thursday through Monday actually.
Oh,
which
okay.
is weird.
So we're probably gonna have a lot to talk about in the next
week?
episode.
Yes, for sure.
I'm excited.
That's really
Yeah,
awesome.
it's gonna be awesome.
I'm bummed that we're not gonna be there, but we can actually like watch and digest and post about the news. Because when you're at Celebration,
Oh no.
you can't be on your phone the whole time.
True.
You can't like
No.
record your reaction to trailers
You
and
can't
shit.
make
you
art.
know, like
you can't make
yeah,
you
like
can't do shit.
you can't. So I'm bummed that we're not going to be there, but I think it'll still be fun to watch.
Yeah.
And they're going to stream a lot of the stuff, not the
True.
super big panels,
Yeah.
but like a lot of the stuff they're going to stream, and I'm sure they'll be tweeting and posting, and like, yeah, it'll be fine.
I'm really excited for Fallen Jedi.
Oh
The
yeah,
game. What
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor. Sorry. Yeah.
Fallen Jedi.
It's gonna. What stuff are they gonna add to canon? Because
Oh.
Calcast is gonna be canon already. So
Yeah.
how are you gonna? Oh shit, dude! The possibilities.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly haven't been following it as much because I don't have a PS5 and I'm kind of
Well,
depressed.
no, it's just what I know is what you know, honestly. And, yeah.
Well, I know that there's gonna be like it looks like they're unfreezing like a Jedi from the High Republic era in the game. I don't know exactly how that storyline is gonna play out. There was a storyline like that in the comics before, where it was a Jedi from the Old Republic.
oh, that's cool.
But she was like frozen and like locked away because she had this talisman that would like attach to you, and pretty much anyone you would touch would turn into these horrible mindless creatures called the rat ghouls.
like zombie.
Oh,
and it was kinda like
I
a-
remember you telling me about that.
It's kind of like a zombie plague, but they're like these like mutant monster things that then when they bite you, you turn into one of those things. So that is like the closest thing that I can compare that to. I don't know, if this Jedi is like holding some secrets from the past that he wasn't supposed to bring to that now present day.
Yeah.
Probably.
you think
know.
we're gonna see Vader again? Because you don't just like face
Oh
him
yeah,
and not see him again.
No, no.
Yeah.
I think we definitely will, and it won't be weird because there's been such a long time jump.
Yeah.
It's 5.
Hey, that
years or more.
Obi-Wan lock
Oh yeah,
Calcastus has?
yeah.
All the
Dude, that's so
like customizations I've seen, people are starting to post them, like the people that got early access.
Yeah.
It's like really funny. There's like what's his name from wrestling, the pro wrestler that had like
the Hulk Hogan.
Hulk
Hulk, yeah,
Hogan?
like the Hulk Hogan. Like
I didn't know you could change like his facial hair.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Really?
super customized.
people did like
I
full
love that.
beard. He looks weird, like not weird,
Yeah,
but
you
like I don't
pre-order,
know, doesn't
think
look
you
like
get
him.
The Obi-Wan series.
Oh yeah,
Outfit.
yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's sick.
That's
And
cool.
it's gonna be a lightsaber blaster gameplay.
What?
Like I've never seen a Jedi. Well, I guess what's that character from?
Kyle Katarn.
No, Rebels. He uses
Ezra.
a blaster, right?
Kanan.
So it's like a blaster saber.
Ezra.
Oh,
Ezra's lightsaber
the
is a
lightsaber
blaster.
is a blaster.
Right?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
wrong?
I
Mhm.
thought you were saying that you
that-
could use a lightsaber and a blaster at
Yeah,
the same time.
that too. In terms of like seeing a Force user use a blaster and
like
a
both.
saber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that. So unless it's Ezra, right?
Uh,
And I still haven't seen that. But
No, Ezra's lightsaber has like a little blaster on it, but it's not even a blaster. It's like it's like a stun.
Oh.
Yeah. It shoots out like little.
It kind of looks more like a nail gun than anything.
Yeah, it looks like a nail gun with a little lightsaber that comes out of it. Yeah.
That's cool.
I was like, oh wow. Okay, that sounds really cool.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right, but
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, there's it's gonna be fun. I want to play the game, but
Yeah,
we don't have.
we'll figure it out. We'll go play it at someone else's house.
Yeah.
Go to Silva's house.
I'll bring it and stay over the weekend, and we can just
Yeah.
So
That would be
probably
fun.
Let's do it.
The thing is, we can't focus on collectibles as much as we would love it.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
to rush the story, like
Yeah.
beat every boss,
Speed run.
speed run that shit. But yeah,
Get some little Caesars.
Come early.
Get some wings and things.
Come early, like in the morning, and we'll just play all day.
hell
Speed run it. Put it like on easy or something.
yeah,
Just so we get the story.
yeah.
Do it.
Let's do it. When does it come out?
Should
I look it up?
Yeah.
It
Alright.
originally was St. Patrick's Day, and then they moved it back a
can you actually-
month, I think.
Dude,
It's
I'm
like the
not gonna
20th?
lie, cause look, a new set of Magic is gonna come out this Friday. I think it's this Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm already set to drop $300.
Oh, April
but
20th.
$300 was the special edition with the lightsaber. If it's not out of stock, I'm buying it right now on live on this episode.
Okay. So
Can you
it
look
comes
it up?
out April 28th.
Okay.
And then who was it with? Limited run?
Limited run. I already have half of it paid off on GameStop. But if limited run still has a copy, I'm snatching it.
Let's see.
Probably sold out, dude.
It's probably sold out.
No.
I wouldn't put my money on
It
it.
comes with a saber, right?
Yeah. Calcast's saver.
His saber's really cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out.
sold
Sold
out?
out. All three.
I mean, it came out a while ago, right?
Yeah, it came out a while ago. You should have been irresponsible when we first saw it.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Silva.
Yeah.
Waste all your money.
It is pretty cool though. It is pretty sick. Let me see. Comes with the box. What's in the
Well, let me
box?
pull it up. I'm over
It's in
here
the bag.
drooling on it and
Oh, yeah.
posting it up.
So yeah, it comes with the box, the other box, the lightsaber. Well, I guess I can't filter through photos. Oh, there we go. Why is this so dumb? All right, so yeah, so it comes with the game, deluxe edition, a case for the lightsaber, I guess a certificate
Steelbook.
of authenticity,
A tin.
steelbook.
And yeah, dude,
Yeah, it's sick as
it
fuck.
looks so awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah, collector's
17 inches.
collector's edition, full size functional Cal Kestis replica lightsaber hilt, blade sold separately. Premium magnetic box, holds lightsaber hilt, certificate of authenticity, official steelbook, physical copy of Star Wars Jedi Survivor Deluxe Edition on either Xbox Series X or PS5.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
sick
that's a
as
pretty
fuck.
fair price. Aren't lightsabers like $200?
Yeah, no, it's pretty. It is a fair price for what it is,
Yeah.
but you know, I
But-
don't have a
But
PS5.
monies. Yeah.
But that's like I hope one of you got it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
that is
tell
a
us.
really
Tell
cool
us if it's cool.
collectible item, especially if you're a fan of these games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean we'll end up playing it once it comes out, and we'll probably do a whole episode on it because that'll be after Mando, right?
Will you guys do a
Mhm.
let's play? Cause
Yeah, probably. We should.
yeah,
We should do a let's play.
Yeah.
I mean, we can. We can just set up the mics.
true.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh,
do it.
like a live stream.
Do it on Twitch.
We could do a live
True.
stream. Or we could just do
3
the Let's
days
Play.
nonstop. We just like
Oh,
take
hell yeah,
breaks
dude.
sleeping and playing.
Yeah. All right. I think that is about all the time we have. Really quick before we end today's episode, we got some sad news this past weekend at C2E2, and I just wanted to say something because we didn't talk about it last episode, but Angie Mayhew passed away.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Angie Mayhew was, she was pretty much the one running the Peter Mayhew Foundation and Peter Mayhew's wife. She was an incredible person. Her kindness was unmatched. We had the opportunity to meet her in 2019 at EmpireCon, and we exhibited at that show. And obviously, Punch It Chewie Press, Punch It Chewie Podcast. Obviously, we love Chewie, and if you guys haven't heard the story before on the show, pretty much I grew up here in San Diego, and I grew up going to SDCC every year, and Peter Mayhew was always there with his wife, and he was always signing, and to be honest, there was never a line for Peter. There was always, he was always there and accessible, and I always knew it was him. And every year I would go, I would say hi to Peter, and I would like talk to him for what felt like hours about Star Wars, about the stories, and like obviously I was a kid, and he wasn't super into the story like with the comics and the novels and stuff like that, but he was Chewbacca, and he would talk to me about Star Wars, and he was honestly one of the only people that I got to talk to like that about Star Wars, because I didn't have friends that liked it or anything like that. So when I met Angie Mayhew in 2019, this was already after Peter had passed away. This was right after he passed away. And they were actually doing the memorial for Peter Mayhew at EmpireCon. And when we got there to do the show, they had placed our booth directly next to the Peter Mayhew Foundation booth. And that's pretty much how we met Angie, and we met their daughter Katie, and a bunch of the people like Matt and Lauren that are behind the Peter Mayhew Foundation as well. And amazing people, each and every one of them. They all treated us like family from like right off of the bat.
Yeah.
They I cannot stress how amazing they are, and nice and kind, and just what beautiful people they are, and Angie most of all. And I told her that story of Peter, and that I would go every year, and he would talk to me for as long as I wanted to talk to him, and told her about how he's literally the inspiration for all of this, for Punch It, for I don't think I would have ever had that confidence of sharing my artwork and what I do if it were not for Peter's love and kindness growing up, right? And so I told her that story, and she found it very touching, and really loved my story, and she asked me to tell that story at Peter's memorial later, either that day or I think it was the next day. And so I did, and that video is actually up on my Instagram. I posted it when it happened, and it was an incredible experience, and I felt honored, and I felt like I definitely should not have been there, but Angie thought it was an important story to tell, to also show how Peter touched everyone in his life, and inspired so many, and really like his love knew no bounds, his kindness knew no bounds, and she reflected that, and all of his best qualities, and even more so, she reflected that herself, and So I just want to say, we love you, Angie. We miss you. And we're so sorry to the family, to everybody close to Angie. We hope you guys are find some comfort in knowing that her and Peter are now together, and you know, she took care of him more than anyone, and you know, now they're back together.
They're one with the Force.
They are. But yeah, I just want to take a moment and say thank you to a wonderful woman, an amazing lady, and you know, we lost a big bright star in the Star Wars community.
Facts.
But one last thing I'll say is, when I told her that story, I said, my only regret is not being able to show Peter what I did in what he inspired me to do, and that I named it after him. And she very calmly looked at me, and she held my hand, and she said, he knows. Oh my God. So I know that she knows how much we love her and how much she impacted the people in her life and the people around her. So we love you, Angie.
Yeah.
But if you could all, you know, just take a moment to think about her and just know she was amazing, that would mean a lot.
She's truly one of
Definitely.
a kind.
Yes. So, yeah. All right. Well, on that note, thank you all so much for listening to another episode of the Punch It Chewie podcast. We love you all. We will see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Bye.
Bye.